Hey, dude.
That was end so
Oh,
abruptly.
I can't hear you. My bad.
Oh wait,
There you
no,
go.
we were talking before. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, I muted the tab because the freaking
Okay,
music
okay.
is
All
bad
right,
and
I was
loud.
vibing.
Oh, okay. I kind of have a distaste for it. Those things that I brought up last night in our chat, did you happen to take any of those in? Like the camera thing, for example, like when you're dead, your camera control.
I'm getting the chat back up right now. Right. No, not yet. Because ideally, I want it to hop to somebody else who's alive. The issue right now is that the client side doesn't know who else is actually in the game with you. It's all run by the server. So I have to figure that out. But I'd like to do something like that. Yeah. Like it's not a problem in 1v1s. It's just a 2v2 thing.
Yeah, it's just the angle is weird, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, 2v2, you're right. Yeah, it's not a problem. We won. Yeah.
Hello, chat. Yeah, so we were just talking about. You like the 2v2s? That's good. Yeah, we're just talking about Arena. Obviously, Sunday, I think it is, we added Arena into STRP. How many matches are we at now? 69,000. We'll hit 70,000 during this stream.
Heck yeah.
It's insanely popular. I didn't expect it to be this popular, to be honest. I don't really know what I expected, but
yeah, it's going pretty great. I mean, if we're looking at the arena players table, there's 660 registered users. That's how many unique people have interacted with it.
Yeah, it's amazing. And I think obviously, we're doing it piece by piece, but I think pushing out a lot of updates and fixes and additions all the time right now. Like we're hot fixing updates in just whenever they're ready at the moment, basically.
Yeah, mid up time. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's been a constant flow of updates, and obviously late last night, early this morning, we pushed out the unranked 2v2s. And then the 4 p.m. restart today added the ability, so now you can queue for all of the game modes at the same time if you want to. I figured that was probably important. It's not as important to do right now, but at some point, some game modes might have less players. So when we have more game modes, so being able to queue for all of them might mean that you do get to play that game mode, even though not many people queue for it, for example. So just
do you know what game mode you got selected for when you get dragged in? 2v2 is pretty obvious, but like say you were unranked and ranked in 1v1, is there a way to know the difference?
At the moment, no, that's a good point. It comes around back to the fact that I want to add some more NUI. NUI at all, actually, it has none. It's got a page in the hub, but that's not really.
Yeah, and there's no like on screen any kind of information about.
Right. So I want to show whether you won or lost at the end. At the start, it'd be nice to show who you're against or what the teams are.
It'd be nice if you had like a UI element on the side that was like that said you're in queue for whatever you're in queue for.
Yeah, that'd be good too. Grand RP. So I've not seen that. We are going to have it so that you can challenge people. That's planned for the 2v2s or team games in general. So obviously the unranked 2v2s at the moment, you don't get to choose your partner. You just queue when you get tossed in with somebody of a similar rank. Actually, there is no ranked match. It's unranked. So you just get tossed in with whoever. But I do want to make it so that you can basically make a team and then queue as a team. So that's definitely on the to-do list as well.
I think being able to select your own weapon for like the private matches just sounds good.
Yeah, I have no problem with that. Another hotly requested addition is the attachments. Everybody's crying about the clip size in the machine pistol, so I want to do it. I just need to figure it out. But yeah, there you go. Somebody exactly. Yeah, we'll do it. It's planned.
Which is weird. I don't think we've ever done any third wheel weapon or the wheel weapons with attachments before, because we've done the weapons on the wheel for like Halloween before.
Yeah,
but
we do it for Purge, and that's where I started looking at it to see how we did it for Purge. Yeah, I just need to figure out how to slap some attachments. I don't think it'd be too hard. I just need to.
it has to
It's
be like a
more
GTA 5
figuring
game
out
or
how
something.
what that looks like in the config, to be honest, more than anything else. Because I'm probably gonna have to rewrite how we give loadouts again. But yeah, we're getting there every day. Something new at the moment. My next, so internally in my head, we're up to version. The one I'm working on now is 1.4 for Arena, and that's going to be ranked 2v2s. So that's the next stretch goal, I guess.
Were you saying that for rank 2v2s, you want to see you choose who you queue with, or is it going to be random?
I'd like you to choose, yeah.
I think that'd be the most desirable.
I think so, because like if you're doing arenas on like World of Warcraft or something, you choose your duo partners, don't you?
Yes.
You
They have ranked solo shuffle now, which is it's pretty cool. It's where 9 people get selected. So you have 2 healers, and pretty much every single round your team changes. I think you end up playing with everyone a couple of times. I forget, but you always play 6 rounds, and your teams always change
So
every
like
round.
a
So you play
mini
3 with one healer, 3 with the
ladder.
other healer. Yeah, exactly. And you have everyone has their own rating for that solo shuffle. And it's 3
Yeah.
versus 3. It's
The
pretty much a way for you to
finals
solo
does
queue in
something
a
like
threes.
that. They have a little. It's like a mini ladder, so you queue up teams of 3, I think, and then it's like 4 teams. In fact, 8 teams of 3 battle out match by match.
Yeah, the finals is really
until-
fun.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I'd love to do like little ladders, mini tournaments, stuff like that. So like, this is it with the arena stuff. There's
You're just setting up the
shitloads stuff we
backbones of
can
it
do.
also.
Yeah. A lot of the groundwork has been laid. The next big bit is going to be making a team. Because once I have the foundations in for creating a team, 3v3, 4v4, 5v5 all becomes easy. Getting the 1v1s in was more like just proving that the system works and everything. And once I've got teams in, we can do whatever we want, really.
Yep.
In terms of team sizes, I also need to figure out what happens if there's more than 2 teams. Because I think that could be cool too.
For sure.
I already have a kind of plan on that. But yeah, I'm gonna have to. The big thing is creating a team.
A new follower.
Oh, you want to make a team with someone and then you queue on that team?
Yeah.
Is that team going to have an MMR, or is everyone going to have their own 2v2?
You'd have your own rating. Yeah.
Could you be on multiple teams with multiple people?
Yeah, you're not locked in. So
Okay.
if I want to run 2v2s with you, I can, and then later on I can go play 2v2s with Kayla or something.
Okay. Sounds good. Yeah, Kuda, we talked about gun game.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely want to do gun game and other things other than just deathmatch, CTF.
Anything like gun game is
There's-
going to
there's
require
loads.
some kind of respawn system with spawn points, and
Yeah, exactly. So
that's what I was
that'd be
thinking in depth. That I was like, just like
milestone kind of thing.
all the polyzones you're gonna have to set up for like checking if spawns are available, so people don't get spawn camped and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
all that nonsense. That's a lot of logic.
Yeah. That's why I'm just kind of doing it feature by feature, game by game. And that's kind of why I was so surprised that I guess 1v1s is a lot of people just prefer 1v1s, which is good because it's the easiest to kind of get out the door. Once I start doing teams, the logic's gonna start getting a lot more complicated. Oh yeah, this is the new TwitchCon jersey. Yeah, it is.
Okay. Come here. Leave your daddy alone, you little shit.
Do you ever think the props will move? I don't know.
Maybe.
We've talked about adding additional props.
I have a concern. It's like giving more people access to spawn props
Terror.
brings in the potential complaint of there being issues with too many props in the world and they having issues. If we say, oh, all these people can spawn all these props in, but then they start saying, hey, I try to spawn them in and they don't show up or they disappear or they're falling through the world or something like that. And then next thing you know, we have more annoyances on our shoulder. It has its place. I don't know. I mean, we've already had some issues lately about there being too many props. At least that was brought to our attention recently. So I don't know.
The restart there should have added it'll emote cancel before you join an arena and as you leave. So hopefully
Okay.
that issue we seen yesterday is solved.
Yeah, or all the tablets will be piled up in the arena.
Yeah,
We'll
maybe.
see.
But because the way it's doing it, it should clean them up as it cancels. But we'll see, I guess.
Hopefully.
It'd be interesting to know if anybody has, since the restart,
Beautiful.
been stuck dead after arena, because I pushed another fix for that. I know that's been
It
like
was an
the
issue last
main.
night. Yeah.
It's been the main bug since day one. It's been inconsistent. Most of the time, it is reviving people, but sometimes some people just. And it always seems to be the same people not getting revived. But I've pushed another attempt at fixing it. Sabs fixes again at restart there, especially the drugs end one. So.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool.
Yeah, hopefully we're good. My camera.
It looks like the camera curse has shifted over to you, away from me, because mine has had uptime for all these streams, and
Yeah, you've been fine for ages, actually, haven't you?
I don't know what I did. I haven't tried using any of my background. I haven't tried using any fancy technology with it. I'm just using raw camera.
I have no blur on. It's just all it's the autofocus. I don't even know if you can turn it off.
I don't know.
Some weeks it's fine, and other weeks it's like nah. At some point in the stream today, we are going to have someone from Medal drop in. Mentioned it in the announcement. He has links, so we'll see. Kevin and I haven't actually met him or spoke to him yet, so we'll be meeting on stream, I guess.
Yeah. We've had Alex as a middleman.
Yeah. Maybe go to that guy standard Twitch rank. Yeah, no, well, I was tempted, like, if I was going to get a new one, it'd be the one Kevin has.
Same brand, right? But the nicer one, the 4K version.
Oh, yeah, you've got the,
A new
I'd probably
follow.
go for the 4K version of Kevin's one, but all the problems Kevin was having, I was like, maybe it's not a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I never identified truly what the problem is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is annoying.
Yeah.
I would like to be able to use more of like the background deletion stuff and everything like that, but that was like instant crashing it.
Maybe add seasons to that. So I wonder if I can share screen here and show you a little bit of a spoiler of what I'm working on right now.
Sure.
Well,
for those in chat, I just released 2 new cars in PDM: the Annis 300R and the Gauntlet Hellfire wide body. They're both A class. One's 1.2 million, one's 1.3 million. So first come, first serve. If you guys are interested, they should be in the shop now.
So we're adding rank badges in with the next update. I haven't fully figured out what the tiers are yet, but we have like 6 or 7 rank badges. This one, the Grandmaster tiers, I've assigned it to the top 10. Some of them were platinum before I changed this. Again, I haven't locked down what the brackets are going to be yet. And then this is the gold. And then I'm bronze because, as you can see, I'm shit. And then other changes, I want to make some changes to the team displays. It's showing the correct names and stuff now, but it'd be good to get both teams' pictures there and potentially a little version of the badge next to them. I don't know. This page is still very much work in progress. I want these badges to be a bit bigger.
I'm happy with the amount of information we have, but yeah, it is tough displaying it all.
Yeah, and obviously once we have rank 2v2s, this box is probably going to be, this top one will be 1v1s, and then you have 2v2s. So adjust this to show, because you'll have an MMR for each ranked game mode, I think.
Yeah.
So, you know, I can have some good friends who can lift me up to this rank in 2v2s. Yeah, I'll stop sharing that.
Nice. It's gonna be sick.
Yeah. Freefall is definitely another game mode that will look to add. This is it. Like there's loads of game modes, there's loads of stuff we can do with it, and you know, all your suggestions, the answer is probably yes, it's planned. It's just
time.
We have to do it bit by bit. It's just me working on it at the moment. So getting there.
The cars are in PDM imports.
Ah, lucky. Yes, I know, buddy.
I haven't fully looked at your patch notes. What all do we got in there?
Mostly just arena related stuff. There was a bunch of stuff Alan did to do with medics. I didn't quite fully understand it, to be honest. So the tickets were not super clear. So I kind of glossed over it. Lucky, stop!
He's on one today.
He is. It's mental. Stop it, buddy.
Oh, I think those are ones that at least two of them that I put in, like where it says change the button to get medical help when dead. That's just so that when you're, being taken to the doctor, it's press E to respawn and press E to get it's hold E to respawn, and press E to get medical attention. I think I requested for those to be changed just so we reduce the chance of someone respawning on accident because it does happen. And the other thing was change the spawn location after getting medical attention, because you would press E to get the doctor's help, and then yada yada yada, and it'd spawn you right there. And in some hospitals where combat is happening around it, you're just gonna get spawn killed in the hospital. So I requested for that just the spawn location after getting medical attention's not there. So if you get killed, you can't just immediately take the doctor again.
It looks like Ian's here, so I'm gonna drop him in.
Sounds good.
Hello.
Yeah, what's gentlemen, up, how we doing?
Metal, doing good.
Be nice.
Thanks for having me. I, for the record, we've met. We're best friends on Discord, obviously.
Yeah.
I've maybe spoken with Alex a little bit more, but
definitely.
Yeah, I wanted to join. I've been speaking with the guys for a little bit, and I wanted to pop in and say hello to the community, but also kind of give everyone a little bit more context into some of the work Alex has done, some of the efforts from our part, and really try to connect with you all and get some feedback and just share my perspective, because I think we're making a little bit of an effort here to connect more directly with communities. Alex has been awesome. He did some pretty awesome work in pretty short order, so I thought I'd come by and say hey.
Sweet. Yeah. The UI stuff he's done in game was really good. It's out, and he pushed that out just before I pushed the arena stuff. So over the weekend, it's going to be clip crazy. And I know, I think we need to make some adjustments. It's like I said at the start of the stream, there's been we're just about to hit we're at 69,900. We're about to hit 70,000 during this stream. It's just a mental amount of matches going on. So it's been really successful. And obviously they're all clipping. Earlier on, I did my first. I was messing around with Meadow, and I did my first because I noticed you can edit videos in it. So I clipped together two of my kills. I was like, you can do montages in this.
Yeah, I think it was actually pretty funny timing that we got in touch with you all, and Alex did his work on our API just before Arena came out, because obviously that's a different experience from just traditional RP and obviously the kinds of stuff that would auto clip in RP versus in Arena.
Yeah.
Very, very different, or just at least the numbers. So we're definitely like, we're working on some of the little quirks. I think honestly here, what our hope is like we can help surface some of the cool stuff that happens on the server, especially events like Arena, and create kind of a cool little hub for the community to see fun things that happen, help the overall metal community see, Space Turtles as this pretty awesome community that clearly has been continuing to grow and has a lot happening on a day-to-day basis. And yeah, I think, it's fun to see, my effort, and Metal has existed for obviously a while now, kind of just doing its own thing. My effort is one of our first efforts into reaching out to some of these communities more directly and saying, hey, what can we build for you? So to see the readiness to just try new stuff from you all has been awesome. But also encouraging that we're going down a fun path here that, as we get more valuable insight from the staff, as the community uses the tools and gives us an understanding of how they're going to do stuff, and what else they'd want to be able to accomplish with Metal. The hope is we continue to build things that the community wants to use. That's the end goal here is, it's a utility, but it's also a social tool. And I think, sharing stuff within the Discord is great for the explicit community, but being able to then showcase it on a more public platform is a fun thing for everyone.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, that's kind of what our streams are about as well. It's like getting ourselves onto other platforms. And, if somebody that doesn't play STRP comes along and drops by, they're like, oh, cool, this sounds like a good community join, So we're definitely about trying to expand our horizons social media wise as well. So yeah.
Yep. Looking forward to that page.
Yeah. And I think for anyone watching, if anyone sees this on the VOD later or anyone in the chat now, has thoughts on things that Metal can improve upon, other things you want to see, especially when it comes to kind of the functionality within, in the city, in FiveM that we can implement through the API, or anything that Metal itself could do better, we are all ears. So raise it to the right people on the STRP side, but then feel free to drop into our Discord, give some feedback. But I'm going to be in touch with, you're going to have to help me. Is it Sojobo or how do you prefer to?
Sojobo is fine. You can call me Aaron as well.
Aaron, yeah. I'd seen Aaron before, but I'm going to go by the end. So yeah, I mean, yeah, we're going to be in constant communication with the management team. I think getting great feedback is a valuable part of this. Sojo Bro in the chat, I'll take that. But yeah, I think as much as we can, we're going to try to listen to the community and take that feedback and grow from it. It's been the goal for the team for a while now, but especially, I'm in the office right now. Everyone here feels a visceral personal relationship with the product we're building because we all actually use it. I can't name someone at Metal who doesn't play games. And so I think, getting our hands on it, being users ourselves is one thing, but being as closely connected to the communities that use Metal on a consistent basis, like RP communities generally, but especially your community, that's what we're hoping to do. I'm looking at the chat now. I can't convince anyone to buy you a PC, but I will say we're very close to it. I actually mentioned this to Alex a little while ago. Anyone who is having some degree of issue with Metal, if you've got an older PC or limited resources, I would encourage you to try out early access on Metal. We fully rebuilt our recorder, and I would say like I've had a lot of success with it being a little bit less resource intensive. And basically our team like recognized that and said, hey, we want to rebuild this from the ground up.
Awesome.
And so try early access. It's using our new recorder that was fully rebuilt, something that is getting into production at some point in the relative near future, but early access has it today. And if you have a free account, if you have a premium account, it's available. Go into settings, it's bottom left corner on Metal, in settings that says like, it'll say latest stable for people who aren't using EA. But if you click into that, you can select early access in the build selection and try it out.
Yeah.
And any feedback
I
you have
think
there
you
is
mentioned that
valuable.
to me as well, and I switched to early access. And the day I did it, there was like two updates in one day. I was like, they push updates as fast as we do.
Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit funny. It's a little bit of a meme at times. Like we don't want to push too many updates too quickly, but we definitely want to push changes that are actually helpful. So that's why you'll see this stuff happen. But that said, I don't know if you guys had any questions for me or anything you wanted to bring up while we're in front of the community. Otherwise, I won't take up any more of your time.
Yeah. So could I ask there about extending the clip time? I think that's within our own power to do. Alex touched on it last week.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to modify our UI so that you can choose how long you want your clips to be. Obviously, people have different sizes of hard drive, so we don't want to bog down your computer if we
yeah, and if you're manually clipping yourself, one of the things that we've changed in recent memory is the ability to make much more specific changes to how long your clip is going to be. So it used to be like 1 to 5 minutes, 30, 15, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, etc. And then much longer. I'm pretty sure the update is pushed where you can basically select any time you want. And that even at a baseline for selections is great. Yeah, under custom. Do whatever length you want for your manual clips, and then for auto clipping, that'll be something that the team has to push themselves, but pretty quick and easy to do.
Sweet. I still need to give Metal a try.
So Tactic said he'll take a discount on Metal. We're trying. We're trying.
Don't worry, it's been brought up. It has been brought up, and Aaron and Alex have reminded me once or twice that it's been brought up. So
Nice.
something that
Good
we're
on them.
working on. Let's see. Lemon's comment. That's also something that's in our pipeline, I promise. When I say that, like, we hear the feedback from people and we try to implement as quickly as possible, we do. We're working on making sure that if you make changes to a clip, you can create a new clip if you want to edit, or edit the same clip, whatever you want, just like in your photos on your phone.
I noticed earlier on when I was editing the clip, at the end it asked me to save the project, so I assume you can just load those back up and take off where you were from.
Yeah, for ongoing projects, that's true. But I also know that if you cloud sync stuff in the current iteration, there's some complications with getting stuff to save as a new version or whatever. But yeah, we're working on it, I promise. And any other support feedback, any other problems people are having, our support team is really good. And I say that as someone who needed support with Metal before I was a member of the team. And got
nice.
it. I for the record, I was a user of Metal for about a year and a half before joining the team here. And so it was a fully organic, I wanted to record Valorant clips originally, used Metal a bunch, came to appreciate it, and then stepped in and tried to help out. So if you're having support issues, hop into our Discord. Someone will be ready to help pretty quickly.
Sweet.
But on that note, I'm gonna let you guys get to it. I appreciate it, and
Amen.
yeah, I actually, my PC is currently in a box because I'm moving. And by moving, I mean I'm staying at my girlfriend's place. Have had my PC in a box for about 2 months. And the second that I can take it out of the box, 5M is getting fired up, and I'm going to create a character and see it.
Hell yeah.
Sweet.
All right.
You
You all
choose
guys.
Yeah, have a good rest of your day, man. I appreciate it.
See you later.
See you later. Bye.
Well, that was cool.
Very cool.
It's cool that we can have that connection and all these improvements are being made.
Yeah. No, it's the meta integration we've got, like that Alex done as well, is really good, and I think actually the arena thing marries really well with it. Like one of the, people make montages on our server all the time, and auto clipping great for it. And obviously with arena, that just turns it up to 100. Like,
Yeah, the montage capability is crazy.
you can make a montage in a day now.
You can make a montage in 15 minutes with how fast these games are.
So some people have got hundreds of games played. There's no way there's not. I think I've already seen some arena montages, and if you've got something like Metal auto clip in it, so you usually the way I would do it is, because I stream on Twitch, I'd have to take my entire video and then find each bit and clip it down. With the auto clipping, it's just like they're all there. Those are all the moments I want. If it's a kill montage, then it is just done for you. It's great.
Yeah, the most recent screenshot I've seen of Shaky, he had 921 games played at the time.
Sheesh. That's crazy. It's crazy. Honestly, I'm really excited about the arena stuff and how well it's going down. And I'm looking forward to adding more to it and seeing where it leads, because it's obviously it's something we've talked about quite a lot on and off, and we talked about it just being its own server at one point. But I think it's having it in the server adds its own kind of unique thing, because we've made it so that you can stay on your gang radio, and if things are going on, you can just, arena matches are very short. You can just hop out and go do whatever you had to do and then come back, or So yeah. I think we have a unique sort of angle on it because of that. So, and obviously, if we can tie in like seasonal rewards or a shop that you access based on tier and stuff like, there's absolutely loads we can do with it. So yeah, excited to see how it goes.
I wonder, is it going to get to a point where is it going to get to a point where we're going to have a large amount of increase in players trying to play the server in general because of arena, and are we going to have to like separate it out somehow until it gets own like major bucket or something?
Well, I already want to make the lobby its own bucket, and it might not stay in the stadium. I've been looking at other locations to put it. I haven't settled on anything because, kind of giving away stuff that you and I have talked about. We're talking about potentially having items and shops that are unique inside the arena game world, essentially. So you can maybe buy items that you can use in arena, but you can't take into the RP world. That way we can have access to better guns for cheap, stuff like that, potentially. We'll have to wait and see. I've not really found any maps that really are all there for us yet. They're either too big or just random nonsense, or it's not too small, inappropriate, wrong location. Well, once we find something that looks right, I think we'll go for it.
I do like the current stadium. I think it's cool.
I do
yeah,
too.
it definitely can use a little extra.
I think it's fine in its current form, but if arena started getting more and more people, it's already very crowded in there. Even though people are only there for a couple of seconds, I feel like as that gets more and more crowded, and there's 6 pads to interact with, it's still so crowded that you sometimes have to kind of struggle your way to the front.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you have VIP, any of the VIP tiers has quick queue, so when you drop out of a game, you can immediately re-queue for the same game modes that you were already queuing for. So that'll save you from that hell. But as more and more players join, yeah, that's going to get worse, I think. So it's in the back of my mind. Try to think of solutions. But yeah, it's just yet another angle that we can potentially expand on.
Yeah, some kind of like area, like you have the main queuing area, and then there could be like a higher ranked queuing area, for people who are higher MMR could
For
hang out
sure,
and stuff
for
like
sure.
that.
I was thinking you could have like a VIP lobby somewhere that,
Yeah,
again, it's just separating that lobby area, because we can have lobby areas wherever we want. We could have it so that you can have a queue spot in your gang HQ if we really want to. You know what I mean? Like we can put them wherever we want. There's no logic to return you to the one you came from at the moment, but once we do that, sky's the limit. But at the moment, it is nice to have everybody in the same location, because once they all drop out the game, they can say nice words to each other. Gang versus gang arenas, absolutely, totally agree. I mean, this all sort of came around about after talking about red zones and some general unhappiness with them, I guess, and the fact that it's a very old feature, and we were talking about potentially bucketing them. And while now we've done it, we've proven the system, it starts to become, well, actually, red zones could be bucketed. Not planning on doing it at the moment, but that's sort of where the arena idea sort of started to take legs, and yeah, gang v gang in some sort of arena format is absolutely possible. And I'd love to see tournaments. We could have crew tournaments. It'd be pretty pog. Yeah, exactly. That was one of the big things we were talking about. If red zones were bucketed, we can put them wherever the fuck we want. So at the moment, there's like 5 red zones, but it's hard to put them in places because they have to be out of the way, because you don't want it to interfere with just normal roleplay. But if it's bucketed, it can be anywhere. It can be inside MRPD. You know what I mean? Like, it can literally be anywhere. So it gets a lot more interesting. And all of a sudden you can have way more red zones, or same amount, but in different places. We could have them rotating. I definitely, we've talked about potentially pulling the popularity of maps so that we can take out ones that people don't like, keep the ones people do like. We've already removed maps and added new ones, so we're already kind of doing it minus the poll, just based on what we're hearing. But as it matures, we'll definitely, I think, look to do that. Make it so VIP gets free time something. No. Does there even have S? What does that mean? I'm not sure.
Skill-based matchmaking.
Oh, it does. Yes, it does.
So how does it? So does it actually like think about your MMR and who else is already queued up and everything?
Yes. So the way it works is, if there are 10 people in the queue, it will, first of all, what it'll do is it'll rank you in order of MMR, and it'll then match you in that order. So the highest ranked will fight the second highest ranked, and then 3 versus 4, 5 versus 6. And if you're at the bottom, you should be fighting whoever was just above you, unless there's an odd amount, and then you'll get skipped over until the next time it loops. And it loops every like 6 seconds, I think it is. So queue time's not that long. The longer that gap is, though, the more chance that you'll get matched against someone of a decent closeness to you, I suppose. So I have increased that. I think when I first launched matchmaking, it was like every 2 seconds it would matchmake, and then every 4, and now it's every 6. There's a fine line between. I don't want to force people to wait longer than I have to, because at the moment it's a very quick pace. You can be in a game, done, in a game, done. But at the same time, I also don't want you to have to be matched against people vastly outside your skill range, because it's not fun.
tough.
Yeah.
I was noticing that like with the sequencing and everything, it felt like the rapid replayability was down a little bit. But some of these things are definitely necessary to make sure you're getting queued with the right MMR bracket, and
Yeah.
the sequencing hasn't been changed too much. I don't know. I was looking at like some of the weights to see if I could find a way to just make a small tweak, because it felt like it was just a tiny bit too long, but I couldn't quite figure out what it was, to be honest, unfortunately. But
I have been, like the weights at the start and at the end, and the queue length and stuff. They're all things I've been tweaking and changing as I go. Some of it is to guarantee that people actually get revived at the end. Some of it so that there is an intentional gap at the end, so that because I want you to see the killer, and the whole idea is at the end. I'm memeing, but I'm gonna do it. I want some Fortnite dances so that you can L dance. But I think because once you have some NUI there as well, you'll have the killer's name and rank and profile picture or whatever. So I think there's room for it to be pretty cool.
do you think it's random idea with your L dance? Do you think how we have the radial menu with its options? If we have it so that if you're in a game, that radial menu isn't what it normally is, but like an emote menu. So you can just like F3 quickly, just do your L dance instead of having to like keep buying an emote or anything.
Good question. What I was going to do is make it so that you've got sort of like some sort of menu for arena, so that you can choose pre-select it, and it'll just play on its own at the end of matches or something. I will legit smash my monitor.
No, I love the broom emote. It's just like the dead body disappears, so you can't really see the body, but you can still you can broom where they were.
Yeah. Chicken Bunny. So we're using the ELO system. It's a real thing. They use it for chess. They use it for. It's kind of the underlying thing in a lot of matchmaking, I think. Basically, how it works is the bigger the gap between the two of you, the more impact it will have. So if I'm 1400 and I play someone that's 2K, I stand to lose very little, but I stand to gain a lot. And that player stands to lose a lot and gain not a lot. So,
if anything.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why, not only for the player's enjoyment, being matched against someone of a similar rank, but also your own MMR, it's important that you're placed against people of a similar rank too. I know that people have been getting up to about 2K and then struggling to continue up. But as more players reach that rank, you'll have more players to play against, and you will continue to go up. I'm not sure where it will sort of naturally peak. I've been kind of keeping an eye on it to see, because that's going to affect where I put the skill brackets for the rank images. I've got some numbers in my head right now, but I don't know. At the end of the day, those brackets might change if people fly past it or never reach it. You know what I mean? I'm just going to have to plan ahead and see how it goes. But yeah, there's also a lot. It looks like almost everybody is going above 1400, which is the starting rank. And there's only a couple of people under 1400, and I have a feeling they might have been there before I reset the rank for everyone. So yeah, I don't know. There's people aren't going down as much as I thought. So everybody just seems to be shifting up at the moment. So I need to have another little look at it and make sure that the logic's 100% right, because I definitely don't want it to just inflate over time, because it kind of defeats the point in it, I guess. But we'll see. It's only been a couple of days, so in fact, since MMR, it's been just over a day, or about a day.
It's been going well, though. We are aware of the attachment demand.
Mm-hmm. we talked about it earlier. We'll do attachments. It is definitely planned. Don't know which patch it'll land with. It's every little sort of group of patches I do. I have a goal. My current goal is the 2v2 ranked. That's the next big feature. But attachments is sort of a side quest, so it'll come along with something randomly. I'll just do it.
Yeah.
I seen, Kevin, you tweaked 2 weapons in today's update, so I don't know if you've been playing Arena and being like, it's going to whack.
The MP5 suppressed has always been like a meh gun. You know, when PD originally had it, and they're like, "This shit, no one's using this." I was like, "Fine, I'll give it to Crims." So then I did, and the Crims were like, "We don't like it either."
Well.
So I've just recently slightly decreased its shake and recoil. I think maybe just recoil. Hopefully make it a little better. Yeah, I probably need to reduce the shake a little bit on it too, but I don't remember 100% what I did. But yeah, I was trying to make the MP5 just a little bit more practical to use. I didn't touch its damage. It can stay as like a 9mm damage gun. I'm not trying to make it more powerful damage wise. It's just it was really tough just to keep a good spread on it. And then the AKS-74U, which is like our modular Draco type deal. Doug is pushing to get like a full-size AK in. To kind of replace the position that AKS was holding in damage-wise and recoil-wise, and then lower the damage and recoil on the AKS-74U so it's not so ridiculous. So I've kind of done the first step of that, which is lowering its damage and recoil. So that's still... I'll definitely open for feedback on that. I'm not 100% set on the numbers I changed, so I guess we'll see how it feels in the matches, and then I'll adjust accordingly. And then we might see a full-size AK-74. I'm not too sure how we're going to see it in the RP aspect of things, but we definitely can see it in the arena sooner than later. Definitely sooner than we will see it in the RP aspect of things. It's pretty easy to add. It's pretty easy to add a gun for arena because I don't need to worry about icons and shops and all that kind of stuff like that. We can just put it in the config and
you just
let her fly. Yeah.
See how it goes. See what.
Yeah, so we might see some more new guns for the arena because it's way easier to add them, and I imagine people will enjoy that. Yeah. Looking at guns, there's a big, not really big, but there's a ticket from Gibbler about weapons. You know, I really don't want to take. I can't fully take in a suggestion that is taking a side. You know, it's like saying PD weapons are too powerful, Crim weapons are not good enough. You know, I don't really want to take sides on things. I'm trying to look at things objectively. I'm not trying to make PD weapons any worse. You know, if some criminals are unhappy with PD, that's unfortunate, but I mean, PD numbers aren't the best that they've ever been, and I'm not trying to make their lives even worse. I'm not trying to let a singular gang dominate PD. You know, obviously, I don't want PD to go around and be a murder, kill, which I don't think they are. I think they're making a lot of efforts to make sure that they're being a good organization. You know, easier said than done. But you know, I'm not looking to tank PD weapons or anything like that. Ash did make a suggestion to reduce PD weapon durabilities just so that they don't have their guns forever. Sure, I can do that. I think I'll do that, no problem. But I don't really want to nerf PD weapons like at all, really. I think they're in an okay place. You know, I think there was some mutual agreement that the M4 recoil could be increased slightly. I don't think I did that last night. I think I was going to wait on that, but I could do that. Just a slight increase, you know, just to make it not so laser. Other than that, I mean, I think the guns, you know, not everything is going to be perfect.
Yeah, and I think Arena ties in really well with it again, because we can, you know, you can, if it's a new gun, you can throw it in, get feedback immediately, and just in general, like some guns, you know, are kind of rare, expensive, and people don't want to use them so much. But now, actually, we can throw guns in and willy-nilly get them mass tested very quickly, and get that feedback. So yeah, Somebody was actually asking for the HK. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure.
HK 417, I believe. It's like you know the PD spear.
Mhm.
It's kind of like a long barreled rifle like that. It's not readily available in roleplay. We've sold a couple of them when we were role playing as the Colombians for like it was like half a mil stock, 750K fully attached. So they were pretty high end in game money dump guns type deal. But we haven't sold them since. But
Mm.
they're probably floating around somewhere, maybe one or two left in this rotation. But it could be added. It's definitely a gun that doesn't need attachments. It gets magazine capacity cannot be increased with attachments. So 20 rounds rifle could be used. I wouldn't use it for 1v1s. You know, I think it's something we can save for more like gang battles or
Gang
something
games,
like that.
sure,
But we
sure.
could throw in rotation just for fun. You know, everything's just for fun right
Yeah.
now. So
Yeah, well, exactly. I think I definitely want, like I said before, you know, we're adding and removing maps and guns all the time. We're just kind of trying to get feel for what people like and get it right. Yes. So you know, if people are upset about specific maps, like people didn't like the yacht one, I took it out. You know, it's fine. It's not. Doesn't take as long to set them up. Doesn't take as long to pull them out. So you know, if there's something that's awful, let us know. We'll do it. Or if you have suggestions for locations for maps, let us know, and we can put them wherever we want. They're bucketed, so like I said, we could put an arena match inside MRPD if we wanted to. You know what I mean? It can be
kind of. It's like the current sequencing kind of is like I want to say you almost can't just because it kind of. Okay, so they're bucketed before they land in.
They should be. I need to.
Okay,
I need
okay.
to. I pushed a change at 4 p.m. for that. I haven't played, admittedly, since 4 p.m. So I don't know if it's working yet, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Because you'll see people like warping in on the spawn location.
Yeah, I think I added a delay on. Did I? I think I did, but I'm not sure because I know that I had a worry about doing it that it might mean people start arriving in the arena one by one, and because there's no freeze at the start of the game yet, you could get a head start. So I don't know if I did it yet. So I guess we'll test. But yeah, to fix that, it just needs a delay on moving you to the arena. So you should change bucket in the stadium, then move. Then ideally I want to do like a 3-2-1 go.
Yeah.
So that you're definitely all starting at the same time.
Yep.
So that's on the to-do list as well. But yeah.
Sweet. Maybe we'll see a arena match at MRPD Garage. Who knows?
We have Kevin added a car garage at the arena. So outside the arena doors, you can just store your vehicle, and then the garage
the closest
the car
like
park,
actual parking lot has 2 NPCs that you can pull your cars out from there.
Yeah.
It's not clear because I didn't put blips just because I didn't want to cluster up the map, but I could add the blip. I don't know. The thought process was kind of strange. I didn't want it to become a regularly used public garage for everyday goers and just for its singular purpose, which is just dealing with the arena cars. That's kind of why I didn't want to put blips for it and stuff like that. So hopefully people will figure it out over time.
Mm-hmm.
Garbage job update, hopefully at some point in time. You know, I think that's something that could be on Alan's plate in the future. That was one of the things he's done before, right?
Yeah. I think he's done his own resource for it. So I imagine over time we might see an iteration of that. I know he's spent a lot of time giving us his version of vehicle tuning. I know we're not done with that. I know we're looking to change the images and continue to tweak that for our liking. Obviously, you know, when you release scripts for the public, that you try and keep them generic, but we like to put our own spin on things. So Kaylee, I think, is going to whip us up some images that set it apart.
Yeah, for all the buttons and stuff like that.
But yeah, it'd be good to, because the garbage job's been on the back burner for a long time. We know we turned it off. We could have fixed it a long time ago, but nobody did. So it'd be nice to see it come back. I know my
Yeah.
focus right now is on Arena. Cool thing that Morgan's been working on. I don't know if is it released yet. I don't know if it's half released or I don't think I've
What?
seen it on. The treasure stuff he's doing.
It should be fully live.
Okay.
I saw someone in chat mention a bug, but I'm not too sure the status on that.
Right. I don't think I've seen anything on trailers, so I don't know if it went into.
There was
any
definitely patch notes for it.
Oh, was there?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it's done and I just don't remember. How to Arena, if you go down to the Maze Bank Stadium, there are NPCs in there. You just interact with them and choose which game modes you want to queue for. Bosh, off you go. But yeah, the treasure thing Morgan done, he's made it so that everybody can see the treasure things. It survives over a disconnect. So if you disconnect whilst you're treasure hunting now, you've not lost treasure. So that's a nice quality of life fix. The animations for it a little bit cleaner. It looks a bit more like treasure hunting in what's that pirate game? Sea of Thieves. Looks a bit more like that now, where the treasure chest comes out the ground. It's pretty cool.
Yep. The whole loot config for it was revamped just so we can kind of control the reward more. So we can, I mean, the initial goal was to improve the reward, just so it was a more desirable thing for people to do because it was kind of dead content. So everything else is all a bonus from Morgan that he wanted to improve the script on. I've buffed the rewards, I'm pretty sure, a decent amount. I got rid of some of the junk and replaced it with some more desirable goods like metal sheets. You can get like, I think like 3 to 12 metal sheets per treasure thingy, on top of all the other rewards as well. So nothing too crazy, but hopefully it's a little better, and definitely open to tweaking it some more as well. We'll see. The loot from the treasure should be significantly better, yeah. Because beforehand you can only get like one of each item, and now you can get like a multiple of each item.
It might be too small. I don't know. Because when it's shrunk down on the MDT,
You can get lithium from it.
Where do you want it to go then?
I do like it though. It could be there, just blown up potentially. I don't know. We'll talk later.
The all the treasure stuff should already be live now. Will there ever be a whitelisted RP server for STRP 5M?
Loki.
Don't know.
Yeah, I saw you.
Don't know.
Maybe one.
The
day.
future isn't too clear. There's too much potential.
Yeah.
Maybe
the thing is,
6M.
we have a lot of dreams, and there's only so many people and so many hours that we have in the team. So, with Red M's another good example, a recent one where we've spent a bunch of time on it. It was going really well, and then we've just been diverted, and like all my time now is literally spent on Arena. Right? It's legit. I've been pulling some crazy hours. Like I stayed up to 6 a.m. the other day. I've not done that in years. I've just been grinding out doing Arena, and I'm really glad that people are loving it. When you get that kind of feedback, it motivates you to continue. So I'm happy grinding away on Arena right now. So
Okay.
yeah, it's hard to justify spooling up a server, especially when it's questionable how well it'll do. But it's not out of the question. I for one wanted a whitelist server for a long time. I still do. I just don't think we have the time to dedicate to get off the ground right now, though.
It's difficult. It would be a community splitter in a way. I don't know. It's been pretty nice being able to increase our server size. The Arena, if it gets a big enough draw, and if we can bucket it, and stuff like that, it has the potential to increase our server slots even more.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
I don't know. I was thinking say our server slots was 1,000, for example, but we had 2 buckets. The main RP bucket, which people could still go to the Arena queue Arena for, but it would have a limited amount of slots, like 600. So if you're on the character select page, you couldn't select your character if the 600 out of 600 slots were taken, but you could go to you could choose a character that you have made for the Arena or something like that, and you'd be forcibly stuck in the Arena bucket maybe. I don't know, something like that. I just don't know. I've seen some bigger servers. They're how they at 800, how they at 1,000. It's because they have multiple different buckets. They'll have like their
Yeah,
free roam bucket, they'll
yeah.
have their drift bucket.
And that
stuff
that
like
is
that.
100% doable. I know I saw an announcement on a RedM server not long ago. They were talking about, oh, we're going to make it so that we can increase our slots by. I was like, how? What is? And then the announcement came out, and they're like, you can now choose buckets. I was like, oh, we can do that, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think you're right. If we did it, it'd be a case of bucketing out specific content. So bucket one, the main bucket would be the roleplay server. But then you could bucket out other things. Like you could, if we wanted to, we could put races into
You
its
could
own
definitely bucket
bucket.
out racing. Yeah.
The whole like the arena lobby, all the arena matches are already bucketed, but we could put the lobby into its own bucket. Moving from bucket to bucket doesn't require disconnect. We can just do it on the fly. So how we decide to manage that, and if we decide to limit slots in certain buckets, those are all things we'd need to work out. But
Yeah, we'll have to see if growth comes from this. I definitely noticed the server has been filling up a little bit quicker than it has been the couple past, since before the arena. So that's kind of nice to see. We'll have to see if we start hitting queues, then I guess we'll definitely know. But
yeah, it'd be good to see, if the growth continues. Yeah, that's just another example of something I'd love to do, dude. Like, Kayla made some amazing maps for it. They'll get used for Purge. Purge this year is going to be fucking sick. But,
yeah.
I'd love to run a bunch of servers. I just don't have time. STRP really does take up all my available time.
Is the point of the area, or maybe the arena, to increase the area for PvP, or the arena for more RP? I can't say 100% what our reasoning for the arena is. I think it's one, we want to do it, and two, it's almost to compete with other servers. Maybe it's instead of our players disconnecting because they're just chilling and kind of bored, not doing any gang activities, and going playing some other arena server, they can instead continue to stay on our server and play, in that game mode.
Yeah.
In their downtime while they're waiting for the next fight,
Yeah, I know a lot of people would disconnect and go play arena or whatever, and now, well, actually, you don't need to do that. You can stay in STRP. You can go do this side game essentially on the side, and you can remain in radio and be available. And if your turf gets hit, end your game. You can run out the arena if you really want to, if it's that desperate.
Yeah.
Jump off the building, you know what I mean, and end the match, and then go deal with it. So it's a way of keeping people invested, and it's like we keep saying, it's potentially just a huge new avenue of expansion we can go down.
For sure. Hopefully gang radios are busier because they know people are willing to hang around, and they're just hanging out at the arena and everything like that, more available for gang activities and stuff like that. Obviously, we have a long way to go to really match all kinds of features and stuff like that, but I think the proof of concept has definitely been done, and it's everyone seems to be enjoying, which is nice.
And another thing is, a lot of people have been asking for us to do our own arena server, specifically because they want to practice with our recoil and our camera shake and just our weapons in general. So because obviously they're going onto these other servers to practice to get better to fight red zones in our server. Well, now they can practice with our guns on our server, So it's more focused, it's more relevant. And as we said, yes, right now it's just 1v1s and some unranked 2v2, but there's going to be more game modes, there's going to be more maps. We got shitloads. There's shitloads in my head for this. It's just give us some time.
Some kind of cosmetics, like for example, like say a lot of these guns, especially the default ones, they have camos, so you can make it so that these players can unlock these camos. So like, a really high ranked person with a lot of points, they could have unlocked like a golden Uzi, so when they play, their Uzi's gold, and not everyone else's is, but theirs could be gold, stuff like that.
Yeah,
platinum, the platinum finishes, all those kind of things.
You can put those on cosmetics. I was saying the other day, like on a lot of games, when you kill someone and your name comes up on the screen, you have like a sort of banner behind your name, stuff like that. Little simple stuff like that. Like we can get Kaylee pumping out banners in no time, I'm sure. Like there's a shitload of stuff that we can do, or frames around your picture. And some of them can be unlocked through ranking up. You know, you could get a special frame for hitting Grandmaster or something. You know what I mean? Like there's just fucking loads we can do with this.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, Kayla wants to make some PvP arena maps, which is gonna be really cool. And I've been on the hunt to see if there's any that I like the look of, and there is quite a few out there. So we will probably either get or purchase, depending on if they're free or not, some specific maps made for arena. Because at the moment we're just throwing you around the world, but I think that's fine too. So it'll probably be a mixture of. But obviously, maps built for arena are probably going to be the most balanced, and so you might find over time that our competitive or ranked games start to move towards balanced maps that are symmetrical, whereas our unranked can just really be whatever we want.
Old containers. Yeah, tough part is that's just not possible, unfortunately. At least with what we know of, I don't think we can on the fly load YMAP files or anything like that. So
Not
or
that I'm
unload.
aware of. I think we
Yeah.
can do like IPLs. I was doing it in testing the other day because I was thinking, for the yacht, I can actually just spawn it in when you're there and then despawn it once you're gone. But we ended up not using it. In fact, I think I might have left the yacht on. There might be a yacht off the coast of the beach. Doesn't matter. Though. You can go play on it if you want.
Grow some weed on it.
Someone's going to do that now. Yeah, yeah, it should just be off. It should be near the pier, I think.
Oh, that one. Okay.
Yeah. I also I spawned in the aircraft carrier because I was looking at that for potential map. But there's not a lot of cover on it actually, and I was going through all the rooms and stuff, and it's not. It may be okay for a team game, but for 1v1 there was no suitable location, so I just gave it a skip.
Yeah. It's tough finding a good thing for 1v1.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of rooftops.
Yeah.
I mean, there's 70,000 games played, King Pesh, and only a couple of bans, so you're good to roll your dice.
There's not been any arena-related Sabs bans in a while. I think I fixed them all now. I know when it first came out, it was banned like a motherfucker, but there's still drug selling bans.
Yeah, there's been a couple of network ped ones since restart, like 5.
But there are no.
Yeah, I haven't seen any like
no
weapon
arena
bans.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think arena's good. I think you're good to go. But yeah, it looks like I still have work to do on that drug selling one. Unfortunately. If you're Sabs banned and you don't think it's a legitimate ban, get an appeal up. If you're Sabs banned and you deserved it, okay.
Oh, no. Oh.
Any other things we were trying to cover?
Nothing springs to mind. That might be it. Yeah. And, once we wrap up here, I'm gonna dive back into getting ranked 2v2s. I need to break out MMR so that you can have more than one rating now. So yeah, got that to do.
There's been some reported 5M issues, but I don't know. Someone just added me saying they were having issues connecting to the server, so it might be that. Yeah, it's a busy day. In-game support could use me a little bit, so I wouldn't mind wrapping up.
It's fine. Yeah, cool. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Ian, if you're lurking, thanks for dropping by and joining us on stream.
Yeah, thanks, Ian. Really appreciate that. It's awesome to have this line of communication.
Yeah, I think I said it last week, but having company like Medal approach us, really cool for us. It's nice to have, a direct line to staff there and have our feedback taken on board and be able to work with them essentially to deliver cool stuff like the auto clipping stuff. So,
Heck
pretty
yeah.
hog.
Can someone raid?
Yeah, let's find a target. Cam delay? Is it my cam? Oh, I wonder if I've seen somebody streaming that I'd never seen before last night. So let's see if we can. Oh yeah, he's. Hopefully they're not a troll or anything, because this is his friend, so I haven't watched this guy at all. But he is streaming our server right now, so we'll give him a raid. Fingers crossed. He's not going to show us up. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, guys. We'll be back again same time next week, probably with lots more arena news. And obviously, there's other people on the team. I'm sure we'll have some other stuff to talk about, but that will continue to be my focus right now.
Sweet. Till next time, everyone.
See you all later. Bye-bye.